A suicide blast shakes Pakistan, but the blame game points across borders. Modi lands billion-dollar deals in Bhutan, while Jaishankar heads to Canada to mend fences. SoftBank bets big on AI. Adani bets on batteries. Let's get started. Good morning. Welcome to Top of the Morning by Mint. I'm your host, Nelson John. This is your smart daily briefing on what matters. We cut through the noise so you start your day informed and ahead. It's Wednesday, November 12th. Let's get started. "12 people died and 27 were injured when a suicide bomber struck outside Islamabad's main courthouse on Tuesday afternoon. But here's where it gets complicated. Pakistan's government immediately pointed the finger at India, turning a tragedy into a diplomatic showdown. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif didn't wait for investigations. He claimed extremist groups actively backed by India were behind the attack, calling it state terrorism. Defense Minister Khwaja Asif went further, saying the attacks were orchestrated from Afghanistan at India's behest. India's response was swift and sharp. The External Affairs Minister called Pakistan's allegations baseless and unfounded. Their spokesperson, Ranveer Jaiswal, didn't hold back, describing Pakistan's leadership as delirious and accusing them of concocting false narratives to distract from domestic political problems. Now, let's break down what actually happened. The bomber tried to enter the district judicial complex around 12:30 p.m. local time, but couldn't get past security. So they detonated the explosives near a police vehicle at the gate. Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi confirmed the attacker waited about 15 minutes before striking. The responsibility claim adds another layer. Jamaat-ul-Ahrar, a Pakistani-based Taliban splinter group, said they did it. But the main Taliban leadership quickly denied involvement, sending messages to local media distancing themselves from the blast. Now, what makes this significant is that Islamabad's recent peace. The capital hasn't seen a suicide attack in 3 years. This bombing comes as Pakistan faces multiple security challenges. Fighters are holding cadets hostage in South Waziristan. Another bomb injured 14 security personnel in Dera Ismail Khan. The timing, well, they matter too. Pakistan and Afghanistan have been in escalating tensions, with border clashes just last month. Meanwhile, a car explosion in Delhi killed 13 people on Monday. India's foreign ministry made it clear that the international community won't be misled by what they call Pakistan's desperate diversionary ploys. They argue Pakistan is trying to deflect attention from internal political turmoil, including recent constitutional changes that created controversy. Worth noting, Pakistan offered no evidence for its India claims, while a Pakistani group actually claimed responsibility. The Sri Lankan cricket team was playing just 10 kilometers away when the blast occurred. A reminder that Pakistan's security challenges often stem from internal militant groups, not external forces. Prime Minister Modi just wrapped up his 2-day Bhutan visit with some game-changing announcements. India is connecting Bhutanese cities Galepu and Samtse to its rail network, Bhutan's first ever railway links. Now, the project is worth over 4,033 crore rupees and is fully funded by India. It will connect Kokrajhar in Assam to Galepu and Banarat in West Bengal to Samtse. Here's what makes this significant. India is setting up an immigration checkpoint near Galepu to smooth entry for visitors and investors. They've committed 10,000 crore rupees to Bhutan's current 5-year plan, covering everything from roads to healthcare. The Galepu mindfulness city that India is backing, it's King Wangchuk's vision for an economic hub that preserves Bhutanese values while modernizing. India's UPI systems is expanding there, and both nations are building a satellite together. Energy cooperation got a boost too. Modi and the king inaugurated a 1,020 megawatt hydroelectric project, increasing Bhutan's capacity by 40%. Remember, Bhutan already runs entirely on renewable energy and is carbon negative. What we're seeing is partnership without strings attached. Infrastructure development that benefits both nations while respecting sovereignty. In a region where China's Belt and Road offers debt-heavy deals, this model stands out. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar heads to Canada today for a G7 foreign ministers meeting, marking a clear shift in India's Canada relations. His Canadian counterpart Anita Anand invited him to join the outreach session in Ontario. This matters because it's been just over 2 months since both countries appointed new high commissioners, trying to reset ties after they hit rock bottom. The diplomatic crisis started when former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accused Indian agents of involvement in the Khalistani separatist Hardeep Singh Nijjar's killing in June 2023. India called the charges absurd. Now, we're seeing real momentum here. This will be Jaishankar and Anita's third meeting in 2 months. They've already agreed to restart trade and investment talks. The G7 meeting brings together partners including Brazil, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and South Korea to tackle global economic and security challenges. Now, for India, it's about amplifying the Global South's voice in international forums while rebuilding bridges with Ottawa. SoftBank just crashed out of Nvidia completely, pocketing $5.83 billion. Masayoshi Son's company is putting all its chips on OpenAI and broader AI plays. Here's the context. SoftBank needs liquid cash for massive AI projects. Son recently joined Trump, Sam Altman, and Larry Ellison to announce a $500 billion AI initiative called Stargate. That requires serious money. The timing is interesting. SoftBank reported a surprise $16.2 billion profit in Q2, way above analyst estimates. OpenAI's value has jumped $14.6 billion since SoftBank invested, according to CFO Yoshimitsu Goto. The exit comes as investors debate whether the trillion-dollar AI spending by big tech will actually pay off. Nvidia shares dipped 1.3% pre-market on the news. SoftBank isn't abandoning Nvidia completely. They're still investing in ventures using Nvidia tech. But Son clearly sees bigger opportunities elsewhere, particularly in OpenAI and AI infrastructure. Gautam Adani is building India's largest battery energy storage system in Gujarat's Khavda, targeting completion by March 2026. The plan? Scale to 50 gigawatt hours within 5 years. Here's why this matters. India wants 500 gigawatts of clean power by 2030. But the country's total battery storage will hit just 800 megawatts this year. Now that's a massive gap. You can't run a renewable grid without storage. Solar and wind only work when nature cooperates. Adani sees the bottleneck and he's moving to own the solution. He's even in talks with Chinese EV giant BYD for technical support. This isn't just about climate goals. Every gigawatt hour of battery storage means less imported coal and oil. It's energy independence through industrial strategy. The Khavda location is strategic. Adani is building a massive renewable complex there. Generate power, store it, distribute it. Complete vertical integration. It's a multi-billion-dollar bet that storage will be the key to India's energy future. That's all for today. Thank you for joining in. We are eagerly looking forward to our next Top of the Morning episode, which will be packed with the latest news. Until then, this is Nelson John signing off. Have a great day.